Over the past few years, original YouTubers who helped forge the YouTube platform into what it is today have taken a step back or either faded off into irrelevance. Popular content creators like MatPat have taken a step back as they've been doing YouTube for a very long time and they've done everything they've wanted to. Other content creators like Stampy had a loss of viewership due to his audience growing older, and he decided to also take a step back. And in today's video, that's a very similar case with the person we're going to be speaking about. In today's video, we're going to be speaking about the once very popular content creator, EvanTubeHD. Over a decade ago, EvanTube was a massive kids YouTube star. The videos on his main channel, EvanTubeHD, would focus around kids' toys, reviews, food items, and stuff like that. Stuff that you would expect a kid to enjoy. EvanTube did his YouTube channel and several others with his family, spanning across several different YouTube channels, doing several different things. One being a family channel called the Tube Family. Notable people across this channel besides Evan was his sister and also his dad. His dad was clearly the driving force behind the majority of their YouTube success, running the majority of the channels and doing the majority of the work. But not in a negative way though. Unlike a lot of other family channels where they exploit their children, they were all having lots of fun on these channels and they were all doing their equal part and just being a family. Unlike the other thousands of families doing YouTube at the time, Evan and his family came off as genuinely genuine and captured the audience's heart. Evan and his family became some of the most popular content creators on the platform, racking in millions upon millions of views and being some of the most beloved content creators. And just to put into perspective how popular they were at the time, they made several TV appearances, even a couple alongside Jimmy Fallon. On these many TV appearances, what they would do is review toys like they would on their YouTube channel, making some funny childish comments with the hosts and genuinely enjoying themselves and having a laugh.
But how did you end up reviewing toys?
Well, I always liked toys since I was like 3, so I was like, why not just make a channel about toys?
Yeah, I've been saying that all the time. Jillian?
So I am 8 years old and I saw my brother doing videos and I thought it looked pretty cool and so I tried them too.
Although many people thought in comparison to a lot of other family channels, their channels were pretty authentic, a lot of people still thought that the parents were exploiting their children and that it was just unnecessary to put them on screen this much and to use them as much as they were. Unlike a lot of other YouTube channels and especially family channels, EvanTube and his family avoided much online hate and also controversy. The only time anything ever happened to them was when the EvanTube channel was terminated.
I woke up to a hysterical Evan telling me that our channels had been hacked. 2 of our channels, this channel as well as our main channel, EvanTubeHD, had been taken over by a hacker. They changed our channel name, they changed our channel graphics, they unlisted all the videos on the channels, and they also put some weird live stream up. And that confused a lot of people.
However, this issue did eventually get sorted and the channels were fully restored. But this video isn't about going through this family's history on YouTube. I want to speak about what happened to them and what happened specifically to EvanTube. EvanTube and his family, years after their original blow up and their original success, kept uploading content pretty consistently, posting videos that were aligned with their older content, but also for more teenage-based audiences, trying to grow with their current day audience. Just over a year ago now, EvanTube released a video called Growing Up as a Child YouTuber. In this video, he details how it was like for him blowing up on YouTube, and how it was like growing up being a successful, popular YouTuber.
Wild. This is where EvanTube was peaking, and it seemed like everybody knew what my channel was. Because the first day of school at this brand new school, I obviously would feel like, hey, I don't know anybody here, and these people don't know me. However, growing up on YouTube makes that a little different. I don't know everybody, but everybody knows me. Because little Evan went to go sit down in his desk, you know, feeling like, oh man, I don't know anybody here. Person next to me turns around and says, I feel like I know you from somewhere. And that's when it kind of hit me. Yo, these people know who I am, but I do not know who they are.
The video details how being a successful child YouTuber affected his upbringing, but he explains it in a pretty positive way. He doesn't seem like it negatively affected him, more positively. This is a pretty unusual thing to be able to say, as for a lot of people, growing up as a popular child star ruined their lives. where here it was completely the opposite. This would be the time where EvanTube's channels and his family channels would start to decline in views, and the uploads would become less and less frequent. This came as a shock for a lot of people, as Evan and his family had been uploading consistently for years. I mean, even EvanTube at one point had started up a gaming YouTube channel, which was doing incredibly well even just a year ago. So why did the viewership across Evan's channels start to decline, and why did he take a break? Well, in a recent video, EvanTube addressed his massive break break in YouTube and his lack of uploads, and this is what he had to say.
For one, so I've been really busy with school, especially this year. If you guys didn't know, I'm a senior in high school now. I know that's probably crazy to some of you because you were watching me when I was in like 1st or 2nd grade. Also with that, I've been doing YouTube for a long time and it's not necessarily something I've been wanting to do consistently. I only want to upload a video if I know I'm going to have fun doing it. I don't want to just make videos to make videos. I want to, I want to have fun doing videos. I need time to do that, and I need not whatever trendy stuff's going on or it's going to get me views. I'm not really focused about
What Evan says in this video is that school life and his personal life have taken priority over his YouTube stuff, because at the end of the day, he doesn't need to necessarily do it, and that's something he echoes in the video, that the passion for creating certain videos, unless he really wants to make the videos, just isn't really there, and he wants to focus on school life, because that's what's more important. He also says that he doesn't want to capitalize on trends and do the stuff that's trendy, and he just wants to do the stuff he genuinely cares about, which is also something that ties into his loss of viewership. This is something that I like to call the Stampy mentality, which is sticking to the content that you know and you genuinely enjoy making, instead of your content growing up with your audience, meaning that there's a bridge between your audience and your content that isn't being fulfilled, meaning a loss of viewership. EvanTube and his family, and especially his sister, grew up, and so did his audience, and their just content wasn't fulfilling their audience anymore. EvanTube's priorities have shifted. He wants to focus on school and his future. He doesn't want his YouTube channel to completely define him, and he wants to go on to make a successful career. He's already started doing this by uploading a short film onto his YouTube channel that was for his college.
to you guys. It's pretty non-family friendly compared to some of my other stuff. If you're watching an Angry Birds Mashup video and then you pull up that one, you're gonna be a little confused. So yeah, I'm planning on uploading that short film pretty soon. Hey, yeah, if you're trying to apply for film as well, you might see me in one of your classes, or maybe we'll be dorm buddies. That'd be kind of scary. And then final question, what am I gonna post on the channel going forward? How much am I gonna post? Am I quitting YouTube? No, I'm not gonna quit YouTube. But as I am going to college, you're probably going to see not as many videos as, there has been in the past.
So what happened to EvanTube can be answered pretty simply. Him, his family, and his audience grew up and grew out of the content that they were making. They're moving on to something new in life. EvanTube is moving on to school, and so is his sister. They're working for a better education and working for future jobs, instead of letting YouTube define them. They're not quitting by any means, but they're moving on from this chapter of their life and growing up. EvanTube is still posting daily about his life. As frequently as yesterday and today, EvanTube posted about graduating high school. And his dad still uploads content on a GEEK themed channel, which is doing pretty and relatively successful for the subscriber count. So no, these YouTube icons aren't quitting, but like the majority of the rest of the original YouTubers, they're growing up, moving on, and doing something else with their life. If you did enjoy today's video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing.